We are recovering emotionally from a very disappointing loss. I really don't expect us not to recover, and if we are what I think we are, we'll come back stronger than before. The loss was a result of clearly one phase, and that's a kicking game. Some of it our miscues, our mistakes. Some of it is a result of some plays by Eastern Illinois that they deserve full credit for. They recovered an onside kick after scoring. They blocked a punt. They returned a kickoff. I can't remember Rick's first name, but number 3, Eastern Illinois, if there was a better special teams player last week in the country, I'd be surprised. But I thought I didn't think we played as good as we could play anywhere, but I thought we played good enough to win on offense and defense, really. But we didn't do what it took to win in the fourth quarter, particularly on offense. We didn't finish the game. We had 4 possessions in the fourth quarter, and we failed to convert on a 3rd and 4 and a 3rd and 5. And then we threw an interception. So we lost the ability to have a 4th possession because we fumbled a punt return, which was another kicking game miscue. Giving full credit to Eastern Illinois. Coach Spoo's a great coach. They're ready to play. They somewhat played an underdog's role and played it very well. I mean, they used the kicking game to position our offense on a short field. Their average starting field position was a minus 44-yard line. Ours was about 20 yards less than that. So those are statistics that'll offset any kind of athletic advantage you got. As far as the responsibility for the mistakes that were made, I don't think the open week helped, particularly when you separate our team out in terms of maturity. For example, on the punt block, if anybody cares to know the detail of it, instead of a 2-yard spacing between the center and guard, there was almost a 3-yard spacing. Just attention to detail. Block out when the count told you to block down, and all you had to do was give a guy a little more space and then not block down on him as the rules call for. But you still have to give Ricks, a guy that blocked, a lot of credit. He came around an edge with a lot of speed. It took a really quality athlete to be able to do it. He got there with plenty of time too. He didn't get it on his fingertips. So, and then in the coverage of the kickoff, which was Rick's again, we had some people that just did not separate very well from blocks. So that's 2 weeks in a row for our kickoff coverage team. Obviously, there'll be some adjustments in personnel, and there'll be some more mature players, more experienced players covering kickoffs. Give credit to their quarterback. Jake Christensen is a quality player. I think we controlled him, quite honestly, but he did a lot of things to manage the game that were very impressive. We are moving forward to Austin Peay. Very dangerous football team for anybody to play. Their last contest, which was Eastern Kentucky, they won the football game. Eastern Kentucky made some mistakes, but they didn't give them the football game. Austin Peay, just to give you an example, they're the top 6 rushing games in the league this year. They've got all 6 of them with 2 different people. Ryan White, their starting running back's got 3 of them, and their backup running back, Terrence Holt's got the other 3. They've had games where both of them have had 100-yard rushing days. Terrence Holt, the backup, I think is leading the nation in all-purpose yardage. A great kick returner. Gave us fits last year. this is a team that positions itself to win every time you play them against everybody they play. It'll take a great effort. I think we're very capable defensively of handling the challenge, but I think we're going to have to play. I think we're going to have to get back on our game. I mean, we didn't play poorly last week defensively. We could have played better, obviously, and we got to play better this week. Offensively, we continue to throw for more yards than we run for, which is a Ryan Perilou effect. I thought Ryan had a good game, didn't have his best game. I expect his game to improve, and I expect us to get more out of our running game. We are right now, I think, a team that knows it's talented. Started off the year fully aware of the efficiency requirements of a talented team, and have been on top of all those efficiencies pretty well. But the last couple of games, some of the things are starting to slip. We're going to change our practice schedule to accommodate more intense work in certain areas. But I still have a lot of confidence in our football team. I think we're fully capable of being a dominant team. But you cannot be offensively and defensively what we are and have the result of that productivity and lose a kicking game. And I don't expect it to happen again, to be honest with you. If I could go back and do something different, I'd probably work differently during the time when we were off. There's I don't know what you call the 80-20 effect. Most of the time, you base what you do on the 80% of what your knowns are. But every once in a while, you got to look at the 20%, which would be what do the younger players need, and that's what you do. You go to the lower case rather than the upper critical mass, I guess. So we would have done things differently for that group to continue to improve. Going forward, we've got to come to the point here in this program where we've got 18 to 22 seniors every year. I mean, when you start seeing that happen, this stuff won't happen. It's been happening on a regular basis, to be honest with you. It's not enough from keeping us from being a credible team, but it's enough to keep us from being a great football team.